Moses joining me on the desk now. The national spotlight was on the border city this weekend when it comes to volleyball. A huge championship in our city. And well, it wrapped up this weekend, so Moses, take it away.
Well, Nerman, thanks for the introduction. Yes, it was the gold medal final between the Lakeland Rustlers, and they were trying to make history, trying to win their first national title for the school in their entire sports history. Of course, you had the #1 nation or #1 team in the nation in the way, the UFV Cascades, who had plans to turn their bronze medal from last year's nationals into gold this time around. So we go to Lakeland Gym, and the crowds have been stellar, hoping to give the home side a bit of a boost. Early in the first set, the teams would start out evenly at 4 apiece, but the Cascades would really turn it up a notch. A huge block by Kiara Newt, UFV taking the first set 25-12. The Cascades also getting it done on the serve. Katie Bilodeau with one of 8 aces for the team from Abbotsford. They would lead 20-10 to set point. The two-time Canadian Player of the Year, Kayla Bruce, with one of her 11 kills, giving UFV the second set 25-10. So to the third, the Rustlers actually make this one close. Ashley Lang with the kill to pull the team within 4, but the Cascades just too much for Lakeland, winning it in straight sets 25-12, 25-10, and 25-20. UFV are crowned national championships, and it's silver for the Rustlers once again. For more on the gold medal final, we head back to Lakeland Gym for post-game reaction.
We did the same thing at provincials. We got a silver medal, we turned it to gold. We had a bronze medal, we turned it to gold. It was our goal all year. It feels great. I mean, this was my last game of volleyball I ever played. I had nothing left out to give. I mean, I just feel so happy.
We made them hit around us. We knew they wanted to hit line, and we took it. We knew they had to attack our block, and if our block held strong, it was going to be a rough day for them.
The swings that were taken, all the digs within the rally, it was nuts. And I said to myself in my head, I'm like, if they continue to play at this level, we're gonna be in a little bit of trouble. And that's exactly what happened. They didn't let up.
They came out fired up from the start, and their defense was better than ours. So it's usually a battle of defense, and this time we didn't win.
So many great memories. It's been an amazing season, best season so far. And I mean, yeah, it didn't end the way we really wanted it to, but second best in the country is pretty sweet too.
Great job there by the ladies. Now moving on, it was the All-Quebec bronze medal match. Cégep Gardiner in white taking on Edouard Montpetit Lynx. The Lynx defeated the Moose in the provincial final. So it was sweet revenge for Gardiner, winning in straight sets 25-18, 25-23, and 25-20. Alec Cloutier took home the Player of the Game honors with 13 digs and 11 kills.
I said to my assistant coach, if we qualify to the national, that's going to be a great year. We finished first of the league. We lost in the provincial final, but finish here with a bronze medal. It's awesome. It's all the credit to the girls.
We change our attention to football now. The Lloydminster Kings Husky Red Dogs are gearing up for the Capital District Minor Football Association season. The club is winding down tryouts this week, hoping to find the right mix of players to build another championship team. Kyle Gallagher has more.
60 young men are put through the paces trying to catch the eye of head coach Rod Kirby and earn a spot on this year's roster. About 25 players are returning from last year's championship squad, meaning plenty of spots are up for grabs.
For me, I look for that extra little bit of desire, determination. I also look at how they are, how they get along with the rest of the teammates.
Rosters don't have to be set until March 29th, but Coach Kirby wants to have his team picked by next week, giving the Red Dogs time to practice and build chemistry.
It's very important that when you get 45 guys together that they all get along, because that's going to, in the long run, that's going to attribute as much to your success as your ability on the field.
And the Red Dogs aren't just looking to bring in role players. Last year's starting quarterback, tailback, and middle linebacker won't be returning.
Yeah, we definitely have some big holes to fill. We have good numbers back, but there's a few very key positions that we have to find guys to fill in, and we don't have a lot of time to do it.
One position the team doesn't have to worry about is wingback. Donovan Granum is back for a third season and will be crucial in the team's success.
Second to none probably in, like I said, Northern Alberta, as far as ability and what he can do with the football when it gets it in his hands. Off the field, though, he's going to have to be a leader as well, and he's going to be a big part to keeping this team cohesive off the field and in the dressing room.
I'm kind of used to it. I've always been in that position where I always have to fill somebody's shoes and then I own the shoes. It's really cool being a leader because I was a coach, so I kind of already know most of the kids, so it's really cool to coach them and now be their captain.
Defensive back Jordan Sperounes is another third-year vet on the Dogs. He says despite an influx of new players, the expectations remain the same.
Well, I'm really excited for this season because I think we're going to win. Like, we're going to go up there. Last year we went up there and we won. We won the league, and I don't expect anything different from this year.
We're going to go back hard and try and defend our title in the final.
I'm pleased to be joined by Scott Manners here in the studio. And Scott, we knew an Ontario team had a good chance of winning it. We just didn't think it was Northern Ontario. Brad Jacobs capturing the first Brier since 1985 for Northern Ontario.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked this team to win, but they, we saw them struggle midweek, and they kind of got things figured out again and back to their usual self. I wouldn't have picked them. Bit of a dark horse, and I don't think too many people did, but they played great. They took down some really good teams to do it. I really thought they stood out in the Howard game, and yeah, they clinched it. They're our new Brier champs, 2013.
You had Brad Gushue, Glenn Howard, and Jeff Stoughton. Three big names you just mentioned. All three really had to make tough shots. And that's one thing you have to give credit to Jacobs. He really forced them and got some big steals when he needed to.
Yeah, he did. And especially, as the week wore on and the ice began to change, I really noticed how Jacobs took control of that changing ice and really made it work for him. I was surprised how well they figured it out and kind of left the other team struggling a bit to read it. When they needed the finer shots and the softer shots, Team Jacobs was really ready to pull through and finesse a little better than our big three.
Is it nice to see that we have a young guy, 27 years old, win it? The youngest guy since Kevin Martin did it back in '91 when he was just 24 years old. Is it nice to see new blood in there?
It is. It's been a while since we've seen a new team break through and emerge for a Brier victory, especially. We've seen this team on TV with the Grand Slam of curling, but this is really a big breakthrough for Team Jacobs, and it's great to see a new face in curling, and it'll be exciting to see them as Team Canada representing us next year.
And what about the Brier Canadian Curling Association saying that they're going to add a Team Canada after the 2014 Brier? So whoever wins it will represent Canada, much like that they do in the Scotties. Good idea?
Yeah, I think it'll be great. All new things like this are going to take time for us to warm up to as fans, as players, and we'll see how it goes. The Team Canada idea, it'll be great. We've warmed up to it with the Scotties, and we will in men's curling. Really a great way to sell curling, and yeah, a great way to get the maple leaf on your back for an entire season.
It's great to have you on, Scott. Thank you again for joining us here during the Brier.
Thanks for having me.